What's good, Chaotic Nation? It is your boy Chaos here. We are back with week 4, our team builder for the Derby Don fans, round number 2. And this is the interesting part of the season because we're at the flip, which means we've battled every coach once. We're going to be battling them all again, and then I have to fight Tui again at the end of the season. So this is the second of 3, so hopefully everything goes well. I'm hoping to get another dub this week. So let's break down what we're bringing this week and talk about the team and the strategy and what I plan on doing again with this team, and hopefully things go well for me for this week. So of course we got Jinx here. It's been on the screen. You can see the stats above me. But we are rocking max special attack, max speed. This one is specifically the wrong one because I shouldn't be using the shiny version. But you get the point. It is going to be max special attack and a modest nature, not a jolly nature. This is the wrong Jinx because this is built wrong. So but it's gonna be running Ice Beam, Psychic, Focus Blast, and Energy Ball as its moveset. It is a Scarfed Jinx, so that didn't change from this at all. It's still Scarfed, and gonna be running 4-1. That's its ability. The whole point of this bring is Tuki got really scared of it last time, and we didn't really see a counter for this specific Jinx set. So my plan this week is to make him worry about this Jinx, get that Jinx inside his head, maybe bring it, maybe not bring it, depending on what we need, but ultimately that Jinx is there to get Tubi on edge a little bit, be like, oh crap, this thing's going to beat me again. So that's why Jinx is here. Also, I force him to beat the Jinx, so hopefully he's come up with the strategy. Well, hopefully for him he's come up with a strategy. For me, I hope if he didn't, because then I could just use this and run through. But Jinx is literally the same as last time, so we're just going to make him beat it, and hopefully he decided to prep for it this week. Up next, we are bringing Darmanitan. I do believe I brought Darmanitan last time around as well. And I am holding Life Orb this week, and I am going to be Life Orb getting some extra damage with my Sheer Force ability as well, so we're doing a lot here. As for its stat breakdown, it is a speed over special attack. Variety with max speed and max attack, so it's going to be a very fast and offensive unit. I'm rocking Flare Blitz, U-Turn, Rock Slide, and Earthquake again. Flare Blitz for obviously stab, U-Turn for switching out, Rock Slide for coverage on things like Charizard, and Earthquake for ground types. I forgot to mention with Jinx real quick, I want to jump back to Jinx's breakdown. You might notice the only thing I did change something on Jinx. Instead of running Trick, I'm running Energy Ball, I believe. So that is the difference there. But Jinx is going to be able to beat Dragapult. It's my main counter to Dragapult, so that's why it's here again. It beats Venusaur, it beats Toxicity, it beats Bolton at 75%. It could be Double, but it's not on the team anymore. It does have a chance to deal a lot of damage. It can beat the Bear Tick, probably. I didn't calc for that. I really should go calc Bear Tick, because I think that'll be brought as a way to deal with. I traded a Pelipper last week for a Alolan Ninetale, so he might be taking Hail, might be taking Slush Rush. He also could be running Swift Swim as a way to counter my Rain team. So that Bear Tick ability is going to be interesting to note. But this should be able to deal with it, saying it is an Ice Psychic type. It shouldn't have anything that's really that effective against it. And plus, I should be able to one-shot it with Focus Blast, barring a miss, which would probably happen to me. It also meets Noivern, and it can deal with Lapras. It's a very weird matchup with Lapras, but it can deal with Lapras. Moving back on to Darmanitan. Darmanitan can beat the Hatterene. It's my main counter for Corviknight. It beats Venusaur, it can beat Capparaja, it can beat Bolton, it can beat Charizard. Both of the Bolton and Charizard are just, because they're faster, it's a little bit scary. I'm going to have to take a lot of damage for it. It can beat Lapras, and it is my main counter to Colossal as well. I do have Earthquake, and also I could do Rock Slide Flinch, and I should be faster than Colossal, even if he is a weakness policy, and some sort of setup. So Life Orb plus Sheer Force should be enough damage with Earthquake to one-shot the Colossal, so I'm not really too worried about that. Which is something he did pick up. Tui's team did change from the last time we battled to include some more interesting threats. I think the changes that we had that we didn't have were specifically Bear Tick and Colossal, so we're going to have to deal with those two and hope we've got a counter for them. I think Northwind also might be a new one, but we deal with it the same way we deal with Dragapult. It is slower, and it's a worse Dragapult, honestly. That is quad weak to ice, so we're very well off there. So I'm not worried about that at all. Up next, we have Aerodactyls coming back this week. Okay, I might be bringing a very similar team to week 1. Obviously, I don't have Nidoking, so I kind of more banking on Darmanitan to pick up that slack this week. But I am bringing Aerodactyl this week, and the change on the moveset is really nothing. As far as I remember, it's still Focus Sash. It's still speed invested, speed and attack invested with a Jolly Nature boosting that speed, and it's got Rock Slide, Earthquake, Dual Wind, Beat, and Tailwind. So those are fun things it can do. I'm debating still about changing Tailwind for Self Rocks, so I may or may not do that. Just depends. I'll let you guys know in the battle if I want to do it, but that'd be a last minute change for me. And Aerodactyls can defeat, again, it does well against Corviknight. It's kind of a roll. It's anti-Draco Meteor, Dragapult if he's special, so that's a good counter there. Beats Venusaur, it beats Toxicity, it beats Copperajah, less than or around 60%. It is a way to deal, it's my main way to deal with Bolton and my main way to deal with Charizard, just because it's faster than the two of them and can hit them both super effectively, so that those are the counters there. It beats Inteleon at 50%. It can beat Colossal, it can beat Lapras, and it can beat Noivern as well. So pretty nice utility there. Offensive Aerodactyl could do some work this week. Focus Sash allows me to live too, so that's very nice for me. I don't really think he has a way to, besides Stealth Rocks on Colossal, I don't think it really has a way to kind of get me chip damage or anything like that. So we'll just have to watch that, and of course I can punish Colossal for setting up Rock with Earthquake or Rock Slide or something. So I'm not too worried about it. Next up, this is the change. This is the change this week, so we're bringing Grimmsnarl, and I keep forgetting timestamp stuff in this video, and I apologize to my future self for doing that. But we are bringing a change up for Grimmsnarl. I didn't have, as I said, I traded Nidoking week 1 for at the end of week 1 for Pelipper, which I then traded for Alola Ninetales, and so I don't have those. I don't have those two on my team anymore. But we are running Grimmsnarl this week, and this is a little bit of a variety set. As I said, I did have Trick on Jinx last time. I brought Trick on Grimmsnarl instead, so this is another counter for me to use against Dragapult because I am holding the Flame Orb this week. I don't have it on this set already, but I am going to be holding Flame Orb. And the easy thing I can do if I don't know if it's a physical attacker, I can switch in Grimmsnarl, I can Trick it, and then burn it, and then I can proceed to set up with Bulk Up and be unkillable. So Grimmsnarl is nice. Stall him on for this team this week. I do have Darkest Lariat and Spirit Break as stab moves because I think they do very well, especially if I get if I have to deal with Dragapult. This is like the perfect counter to it. So that is one of the things it does really well against. I don't think I broke down what its stats are, but you obviously can see them above me. This is a max special defense, max HP Grimmsnarl. I'm not invested at all in attack or speed, so it is a little bit slower, but Prankster is going to be what's keeping me alive here, and that's what I'm banking on this week. So that is the whole point of Grimmsnarl, and for what it can do well, it beats Dragapult. It's a main counter to Dragapult, so I'm not required to bring Jinx if I don't see Noivern. And this is also just another way, okay, maybe he's hard work focused on the Jinx. I could swap to Grimmsnarl and get another way to deal with Dragapult. So it does absolutely shut down Dragapult. It beats Bolton, it beats Charizard, it beats Colossal. It shuts down Corviknight as well with Flame Orb, so that's another good option because I don't really have a lot to deal with that. It's an interesting matchup against Hatterene and Lapras. I tried to combine those two, and it was Hatalips, and that was not going well. But it can beat both of those two. It's just gonna take a lot of damage in return, and that's not something I really want. It beats Noivern, and it can also beat Toxicity. It's kind of a roll, but I'll probably not need it because I have a lot of things with Earthquake on it. So, yeah, that's a lot of fun. Up next, we have our Lucario coming back this week, and we did do a big change with Lucario. I did bring it last time, and part of what I'm going to catch you off guard with, hopefully, is that this is a attacking Lucario instead of a special attacking Lucario. So I swapped all the movesets around, and really I brought the special attacking one for double as well. He traded away double for Colossal, so I do not need that special attack specific variety. So I went with the physical. It's a little bit better in my opinion this week. So I do have Drain Punch, Ice Punch, Meteor Mash, and Thunder Punch. Mostly it's better because it has more coverage options. Drain Punch is going to keep me alive longer. Meteor Mash can boost my attack stat. Ice Punch and Thunder Punch are both coverage moves, so I can Thunder Punch Charizard. I can Ice Punch the Dragons. So Lucario is going to be able to do a little bit more. It beats Dragapult at 70%. Hatterene. It beats Venusaur. It has a pretty good matchup against Capparaja. It's kind of weird, but as we saw last week, if the same Capparaja as last time, I should be able to one-shot it. Or get pretty darn close, and it really can't do much. I mean, it can Earthquake me, but yeah. We'll have ways to deal with that, I think. It's got a pretty good matchup against Inteleon. I think it's 70%, but I do have to worry about crit Inteleon, so I'll have a way to deal with that coming up soon. It's got an interesting, it can also maybe beat Colossal Corviknight and Noivern. Weird matchups, not really the best, and it does beat Lapras, so it is probably my main way to beat Lapras. I do have to worry about the Psychic variant of Lapras, so that is a move I'm going to have to scout for on the set. I did break down that it is attack over special attack, max HP, max attack. So I have a little bit of bulk, so I don't think I'll die to an Earthquake from Capparaja or something like that. And also, that bulk helps with Drain Punch because it's recovery and it's based off of HP and percentages and things. So that'll be helpful there with that investment. And also, it's rocking Assault Vest this week, so if the special attackers beware, Psychic Lapras probably not really that much of a problem now. Although I guess I am kind of worried about weakness policy Lapras. That would be something to be worried about. Up next is got Top Banana. Rillaboom is coming back again. I said I'd have a counter to that Inteleon. This is it. I'm running Expert Belt this week just to give a little bit more damage in places that would need it. It's the same Rillaboom, I think, as last time, so max attack and max speed, opting for attack over special attack. So that is a pretty high attack stat sitting there, and I am rocking Grassy Glide, Knockoff, Earthquake, and Drain Punch. I have coverages, another Earthquake Mon for the Toxicity, Knockoff for the Hatterene if need be, as well as Grassy Glide is a priority move that's going to be able to be used. And that Drain Punch for recovery, plus I can use that on things like Lapras, or Capparaja that want to come in and get my HP back. So it gives me an extra way to heal during a match. So with this set, Rillaboom deals with Dragapult if I need a priority move, plus Knockoff's also really good on it. It's a main counter to Lapras. It beats Hatterene on a good day. It beats Toxicity. Can't beat Capparaja. It beats Bolton. He did trade away Pangoro, I believe, so I don't have to worry about that calc. Let me just make sure that's the right calc. Yeah, Pangoro's not on his team anymore, so I don't have to worry about that. But it can beat that too, and it should be able to hold its own against Venusaur, barring a poison move, which it probably will run. So maybe not the best bet there. So should be able to do some work this week. I think that's my entire team. That is my entire team. So we'll go back to Rillaboom's thing and talk about what 2E's going to be bringing this week. As you can see on the screen, I am predicting Inteleon, Corviknight, Charizard, Venusaur, and Dragapult. This is the exact same prediction I brought week 1. I think he saw how Dragapult works, and I think he wants to try to use that against me again. So I'd be remiss if I didn't prep for it. I think Inteleon comes this week because he's going to try to find a way to set up on me. 2E likes to run some setup, so that is going to be a way to counter that. Corviknight and Charizard, again, for the same reasons as last time, to just kind of to rub it in my face that they're two of my favorite Pokemon and that he can use them against me. Also, Corviknight is a nice defensive option for my team, so it's probably a good bring. Charizard, maybe not so much, but it can do a little bit of sweep if he expects the Hail team, so maybe that's a counter there. And then Venusaur, if he wants to pair with that Charizard and run Sunny Day, want to run Chlorophyll, and get I'm not bringing Weather this week, so if he wants to set up Sun, then he has it on his own there. But that is really what I think it could come this week. I think some swap outs. A Hatterene obviously came last time. I think that's another option for this run around, probably built a little bit differently, maybe a Trick Room variant, so that's always something to think about. He does have somewhat of a slow team, so do I, though, so that might not be his best thing, and plus I have Grimmsnarl there to kind of deal with that and mitigate it too, so. Lapras could be a swap in, just as a way to try to check this Rillaboom, to check Darmanitan, and to check some of my other stuff on my team, but I ultimately have something on every single Pokemon to deal with Lapras, so it's probably not the best bet. It could be a weakness policy variant, as I mentioned, so I think that might be an option for 2E this week, is weakness policy Lapras. And the same thing goes with Colossal. I do think that a weakness policy Colossal could show itself this week instead of maybe Charizard or Venusaur kind of doing it that way. I do believe that he'll run Fire, Water, Grass, Fairy, Dragon, Steel. I think those are his 6 Mons, which I tried to cover with Fire, Water, Grass with Inteleon, Charizard, and Venusaur, and Fairy, Dragon, Steel with Corviknight, Dragapult, and I only have 4 on that list, so I would say Hatterene is the 6th I would predict. So there's your Fairy, Dragon, Steel core. Fire, Water, Grass core. I think that'll be his run. Maybe run 1 Fairy, Dragon, Steel, Fire, Water, Grass the next. So those are my predictions for 2E's team. Feel free to change that and do it differently. Of course, like, I don't know what you're gonna bring. I'm just assuming that. But I'm, again, as I usually do, I prep for everything on my opponent's team. My real challenge this week is to see if 2E can learn from week 1 and find a way to shut down some of the things that really messed him up. That Jinx getting 4 kills in the first battle, in our first match, week 1, is going to be something that's in his mind, and it's going to be a nice thing to play with mind games of that. Probably also be scared of that Rillaboom too, and Lucario as well. So I have some things to scare him, and I have some things to kind of do well on the back burner. I do have to battle 2E 3 times, so I thought I would use this as my facade to run the same team I've ran before, just in a slightly tweaked light. So we'll see if he can handle it. Next time around, we probably will switch things up, so stay tuned for that. And if you want to see the battle, check it out tomorrow at 1 p.m. Right here on the channel. Hope you guys have been enjoying these team builders and have been enjoying the season. Right now we're 2-1. And as you guys know me, I've already calced for postseason. So essentially, if the same thing happens again, where Soy would be 6-0, I would be 4-2, Wolfos would be 2-4, and Tubi would be 0-6. If that would happen, I'm guaranteed playoffs at that point in time, which just essentially means my matchup that matters is not the one versus Soy, it's the one versus Wolfos, because if I win that battle, I secure my place in playoffs. So week 6 is going to be where it's at, friends. Make sure you're checking that one out. But I am going to still put in all the effort as well. I want to see if I can I want to take Soy down next week, so that I've been really working on that team. It's part of the reason why I just used the same team basically from week 1 against 2E this week, because I want to prep for next week. So that team is prepped, that team's in process, so I'm excited to see how 2B handles this team and how everything goes, but I hope you guys are excited. I always get nervous with these things, so it'll be fun, and we'll see what happens. So thank you guys for watching, thank you for supporting the Detroit Red Wingles, and we will catch you over in the battle tomorrow. So until then, my name is Chaos, and I'm signing off. Catch you next time. Stay safe, and as always,